Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamline Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. Today, we have the great pleasure of helping a law firm transfer all of their data from one practice management software to another. In this case, it was from Practice Panther and to Clio. And if you haven't done this before, or if you haven't done this before, you'll know that timing is absolutely critical when you're trying to transfer data like this. And so I wanted to bring up a couple of things to keep in mind when you're trying to transfer data so that the timing can be as good as possible. And so the first one is that you have to keep in mind that once the data is extracted from the old software, so in this case Practice Panther, you cannot add anything else to the software or else it will be lost in the transition. So for example, once that data has been extracted, you can't make any time entries or any notes or any contacts, or else those will not make it into the new software. And of course that defeats the purpose. So then number two, this includes the idea that we can't make any time entries in the software once the data has been extracted. And if you're billing hourly or if you're tracking time at all, this can be very critical and very something that you really need to keep in mind. And so we want to make sure that ideally, if we can make that happen by putting our old and time entries into the old software and then having a cutoff point and putting our new entries into the new software. That would be ideal. But of course, we have to keep in mind that it takes time to clean up data once it's extracted from the old software to put it into the new software. There's a lot of formatting that needs to be done in order to get that data into the right place in the new software. So hopefully in your transition, you're having this data manipulated so that it looks as good as it can be. And so you'll want to check into that, whoever's helping you with that transition, to make sure that's a part of it. But ideally, if we can have this timing take place, this transfer take place over a weekend or at the end of a billing cycle, that's going to be ideal because we'd like to have the least amount of downtime so that we can go from using one software on a Friday, let's say, to using another software on a Monday, like we're doing in this case. And ideally, it would also be at the end of a billing cycle. So for example, this is the end of the month. That's why we're doing it today. And so we want to make sure that as much as possible, we can have our billing end with one cycle in the old software and then the next cycle in the new software. And so that's ideal. So when you're looking at people to help you make this transfer in the future, make sure that you're taking into consideration timing and make sure you're taking into consideration when it's going to be done, not just how long it's going to take. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you guys what it is that you did to make that transition better and a little less painful. We'd love to hear about it. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great evening.